Hello, hello, hello. Happy freaking Tuesday, you guys. I hope that you're having a really great day. I hope that you are just killing it and enjoying it and having just such an amazing day. If you jump on and you say hey, or if you're jumping on, say hey, let me know you're here. Hello, Kaylee. What is up? Say hey if you jump on. I hope that you're having an amazing, amazing day. Hello, Keith. I'm super excited about today's topic. So as you guys are hopping on, hi Kaylee. As you're hopping on, I will quickly introduce myself in case you guys don't know who I am. My name is Bensette, and I am an intuitive life and business coach, and I coach female entrepreneurs and female network marketers to make the money that they crave and ultimately go full-time in their business. Hi, Kara. And so I'm really, really excited. Hi, Kaylee, because the doors are closing to from broken stuck to cash and clarity in less than 24 hours. I think about like 22 hours now, or 21 and a half. We are opening the doors at 4 p.m. MST tomorrow. So I'm really, really excited. Hello. You're a beautiful mama. I love my mama friends. So I'm here with baby. We are celebrating 31 weeks today. So anyways, what does it take to shift into 10K months? I'm really excited to be talking about this. I'm excited to be sharing about this because this has been something that I have been working on stretching into in my business. Sorry, my hair is kind of hot mess here. Welcome to the dry shampoo life. Hi, Ava. Hi, Tamara. And I have been working to shift into 10K months now, for 4 years technically, since I started in my business 4 years ago. I mean, I've shifted businesses. However, it's always been the dream, right? It's always been the goal to have this 6-figure business. And so it's really, really incredible. But there had to have been a shift, okay? There had to have been a shift that happened. And I want to share it with you because you guys, making 10K months has nothing to do with money. Ava, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Kendra, hello, hello. Shifting into 10K months, you guys, has nothing to do with money. And I want to be really clear about that because I think a lot of the time, that's what we think that it takes, okay? We think that it's money. And shifting into these 10K months, shifting into a 6-figure business has nothing to do with that. I wish I could give you some heart eyes back, Keely. Hi, Geneva. I hope I said your name right. It's beautiful. So, you guys, what does it take then? What does it take? And you guys, it's a decision. Okay, shifting into the space, shifting into 10K months. Sorry, I'm just moving my phone here. Hold on, give me a second. This is driving me bonkers. Okay, I think this is better now. All right. We're alive. We're okay. I need to fix my hair. It is driving me nuts. But anyways, shifting into 10K months has nothing to do with money. And this is something that I see so many women getting tripped up about, especially as I'm filling my program. This is why I'm talking about money today, is because I see these women wanting to join the program. And it's essentially a money program. I'm going to go into it a little bit deeper. I'm going to break it down for you guys so then you actually have an idea of what the modules and the trainings look like. However, I want to give you some goods when you're jumping on here and really help you move through some of the things that you're working through with money yourself. And as I'm seeing women wanting to join, that block that comes up is, well, I don't have the money. I don't know how I'm going to afford it. And I want to give you the real the super real deal behind the scenes because I get it. I've been there. And I went from a space where I couldn't even fathom spending $50 on a training or a course or on anything, much less spending hundreds or thousands or working with a one-on-one coach. And so I get it. I've been in this space. I've walked in these shoes. And so I want to help you because I know that there's so many women out there, especially my clients and my customers and all of the babes that are joining into my programs. They're coming in, they're saying, I want a 6-figure business. I want to make 10K months. I want to be financially free. I want to be full-time. I want to be able to pay all my bills without worrying about it. Hi, Allie. Hi, Bree. And I get it. I feel you and I want to serve you and I want to help you. However, this first yes that you have to say is to you. And that's kind of what this is coming down to, but I'm going to help you to move through this and to understand this a little bit better because it comes down to decision, and it comes down to elevating your beliefs, and it comes down to elevating your actions. What got you to where you are is not going to get you to that next level. And so when I was going from a space of shifting from 2 or 3K months into 8 to 10K months, I had to sit down and ask myself, okay, what actions and beliefs need to shift for me to support where it is that I'm going? Because here's the thing, you guys, is you have to look at it and say, okay, if I want to shift from, whether it's even $100 you're sitting at right now, and you want to make $500 in your business, or you're sitting at 1K and you want to make 5K, you need to sit there and say, well, is what got me here going to get me there? Do I have space for it? Do I have room for it? Can I take on more clients? Can I take on more customers? Can I do more in my business? Can I do more in my life? And you have to assess that. You have to see how you're talking to yourself, what the verbiage is that you're using, how you're speaking about money, how you're using money, how you're handling money. And so what's really important is that when you're shifting into this next level, this next space, you have to see what actions and beliefs you need to have to support it. Because when I was looking at my income, where I was and where I wanted to go, I had to say, well, what got me to 2, 3K is not going to get me to 10K. It's not going to happen. Hi, Emily. And Kara says, elevating beliefs and actions. Yes. Yes. And Kara, you know so much about this. I love you so much. She's my one-on-one client. So you guys, I made a post about this earlier today, and it has to do with this question, right? How much will this cost versus how will I make this work? And this is a question that I see a lot of women making or asking themselves when it comes to wanting to invest in something. How much does it cost? That's the first question you're asking. And if essentially this is the first question you're asking is how much does it cost, that is a big reason why you're broke, okay? That is a big reason why you're stuck in your business, because the focus is on the money. The focus isn't on how it's going to expand you and shift you and elevate you into that next space. And as long as you're focused on that, then you're not focused on growing. You're not actually focused on leaping and choosing and trusting you. And that is an essential component when you're actually making more money in your business. It's about trust and it's about surrender. And so I have these women, okay? I have women that are scared to sign up. I have women that they're saying that they don't have the money or that they're working really, really hard to make it. And I find this super funny, and I find it really amazing, not even funny essentially, I guess, just amazing, because this whole program is about money. This entire program is about understanding how to make more money, but also about how to shift your beliefs and what's actually stopping you from making that money that you want. So it's interesting that these are the beliefs and these are the things that are coming up, and that's how I know I need to talk about it. Hello, Lauren. Kara says, space has been huge. Lately, I just want to jump all in, allow more space for everything I want. I know the amount of space I need. Investing in myself was the best decision. Action equals growth. You have the money. Yes, Kara, and you're the most beautiful example, because you came to me in a position where you didn't know how you were going to make this work. And then now everything has completely shifted, and I cannot wait to celebrate you so freaking soon for all of the brilliance that you've done. I need to make a really beautiful post about you, because you're incredible. So what I've learned to be true is that how you show up for money at $50, how you show up for $100, how you show up at $500 is the exact same way that you're going to show up for money at 2K, 3K, 10K, and beyond. And I can guarantee you guys this 110%. Okay, you currently, right now, whether or not you believe it or you know it, you have a story with money. You have a relationship with money. You have a pattern in how you use, spend, hold on to, and use money. We all have these patterns, okay? We all have these stories. Some people were conditioned that it's abundant and it's ever flowing, and then that's why people do show up and spend really easily. There are people who have grown up and been conditioned to believe that there's not enough to go around, and maybe they struggled with money growing up, or their parents told them that it doesn't grow on trees. And I was in that exact same space. That's kind of how I grew up. I grew up thinking that money, I always heard money doesn't grow on trees, there's not enough to go around. And as much as I know my parents were coming from a really good space, this was reality. there were beliefs that they had instilled from when they were kids, and then they became my beliefs and my story as I got older. So then when I went to go start spending money, I had no, or holding on or saving or investing, I had no idea how to do that. My thought was that it was always going to run away, or there was never going to be enough, or I had to save for the famine. I'm just going to take a second here. Kaylee, guilty. Yeah, you're not alone. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Anna. And so honestly, in full transparency, hi Stephanie, when I actually went to my parents and I told them, you guys, I'm projecting a 10K month, I am bringing this in, it is happening, I'm so excited. My dad was like, oh my goodness, you're actually doing the damn thing. And I'm like, yeah, Dad, I am. But because of where he comes from, he says all of this with love, right? It's this mechanism to keep me safe, to keep me protected, to make sure that nothing happens, right? That I'm always okay. So I know it comes from a space of love from him. However, he had mentioned to me, well, we got to make sure that we sit down because the famine is always going to come. We have to make sure there's, you put things into RRSPs and you put money here and you put money there and you save it. And that was something that he believes. And so I grew up in that same way, and I kind of could catch it now because my money story has changed. I have healed that. I know that money is abundant. I know that there's more than enough to go around. I know that it doesn't have to be true, that the famine is always coming. I know that doesn't have to be my reality, and I can choose what life and what belief I stand in. I know. And that's the thing, Stephanie. It's like, bless him, he's so cute because he is cute. My dad's just like looking out for me, just wants to make sure I'm okay, that we're taken care of, and I get that. They grew up in a time where he didn't go to university, and he didn't have those same opportunities that I have, and he's in a job that he doesn't love, and they're not happy, and they don't have all the things that they wanted in their life, and that's okay. I get it. It was a different generation. However, as our generations change, we start to take on these beliefs that were instilled on us from our parents, and how they spent money and how they used it, and the little things that they said, like maybe they mentioned, well, we can't go out for dinner because there's not enough money, or, we have to buy this brand because it's cheaper. And so eventually we start to believe these things to be true about ourselves. And so at this point, you guys, if you're wanting to invest in something, or you're wanting to take this leap, even if it's this program or it's another coach or it's something else that you want, it's a gym membership, it could be anything. If right now it's really hard for you to hang on to money and it's never enough, it's always going to never be enough. It does not matter how much that you have, because in some way, shape, or form, you've conditioned yourself to spend more than you receive. You're conditioned to live beyond your means. That is your story. That is just how you use money. It's a pattern, right? And if you can't enjoy it right now, if you can't enjoy it at low levels, if you can't spend or invest at low levels, whether it's $50 or $100 or $200, then it doesn't matter if you have a lot of money, because on a large scale, you're still going to struggle to invest. How you spend and show up for money right now is how you're going to spend and show up for money later on. And so you have to kind of start to assess, like, when's the time to start shifting this? When's the time to rewrite my story and create a new relationship around money? I invested for the very first time when I had $0, actually less than $0. I'm not shy about this story. I was $2,000 into my overdraft. So I had $4 left, I think, in there. My credit cards were maxed out. A loan paying off one of my credit cards, like $45,000, you guys, like $45,000, not including my actual overdraft that I was sitting in. And I didn't have the money. Okay, when I'm saying that I didn't have the money, I'm truly telling you guys, I didn't even know how we were going to eat supper that night. I didn't have the money. And that was when I invested for the very first time. Okay, I never made more money. I never felt more abundant, and I never opened myself up to receive more by acting and talking and spending and showing up broke. Okay, you have to start asking yourself different questions. You need to start changing how you show up for money in order to make more money. You have to shift something, otherwise it's going to continue on the same way. So initially what I did is, when I started to decide and I sat down, I'm like, there's this thing that I want. I envision this business. I envision this next level. I know it's mine. My back was up against a wall. I was so tired of struggling. I was tired of the same story. I was tired of never having money when I was going to the grocery store. I was tired of questioning if I could buy that better brand. I was tired of it. Like it got fucking exhausting at a certain point, having to always to want things and then feel like I could never have them. And then I realized, like, if I want to get from here to here, something has to shift. And it's not going to be having more money. That's not what's going to get me there. And making an investment just because I have the money also isn't going to get me there. Okay? When I actually decided to make this investment, that transaction was the greatest lesson that I was ever given, because now I didn't have the money. Okay, I didn't have the money. I had to find a way to show up for it. I had to find a way to make big, massive shifts in my life, big, massive shifts in my business, and show up in really big ways to make the money that I wanted. I couldn't play small anymore because I had my back up against a wall, and I burned the boat. I didn't have a choice. If I wasn't going to make it happen, then who the hell would? So I started changing how I showed up for money, how I spent money, how I spoke about money. And I started to decide that if it was a pull in my gut, and that if it was something that I knew that I needed, I wasn't going to be stirred wrong, and I was going to be supported. And if I leaped and trusted, that I would always be okay. Stephanie says, my mom never checked the mail because it was always bad news, and that was so hard for me to break. Yeah, 100%. It was always like the only thing that comes in the mail is bills. So then I was conditioned to believe that receiving just money out of nowhere and just receiving checks that were random was impossible until I started receiving them. And I mean, I remember a few months back, I received like $600 in my bank account, and I have still to this day no idea where it actually came from. And I was just like, this can happen? Like, this is possible? And if I hadn't been open to receiving that, if I didn't open myself up to thinking that I was abundant and I was always going to be supported, and that there was more than enough money to go around, that I would be okay, then I would not have received that. That wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have been able to be an open channel to attract that abundance in. But I can guarantee you guys, though, when I honestly look back on, over a year ago to where I am now, and this shift that has happened, all I can come back to and all I can think about is those days when I was sitting there stressing. We were in the grocery store and we were stressing about the foods to buy, the dollar difference between a certain brand. The difference between there and now has nothing to do with more money. Okay, I promise you, to my core, it's not because I stumbled across more money. That had nothing to do with it. It came down to the fact that I started to believe that I was worthy. I started to believe that money was abundant. I started to believe that it was just an energy, and I took it off this pedestal as something that only other people could have. I started to rewrite my story around money. I started to rewrite this truth and this pattern and show up for it differently. Anytime I swiped my card, I said there's more where this came from. And that was a really beautiful start, because that's the only place that I could start. I didn't know where else to begin. And so I began there. I started to treat myself to $5 coffees instead of telling myself that I can't afford that, or I can't have that, or that money should be going somewhere else. Here's the thing, you guys, is that it comes down to having this switch in your mindset and the switch in your thought process and how you show up and how you speak about money, knowing that if you spend money on something, it's not taking away from something else. It's the same way as if you're a coach or you have a business and someone's investing into you and spending money on you, it's you recognizing and remembering that you're also not taking away from anybody else. Okay? When money is being spent, you're not losing. Okay, you're not losing money by spending it on something. You have to go in with this mindset of, what is this? How am I gaining? What is this bringing me? What is this giving me? Okay, how can I create more from this? How can I amplify my energy? How can I amplify the money that I already have? How can I take this investment and triple it? Okay, it's not looking at it all the time from the space of lack and fear, as if you spend money, it's just going to go away and there's not going to be more where that came from. A big part of manifestation, a big part of creating more money, making more money in your business, essentially rewiring your beliefs, rewiring how you use and spend money, comes down to just taking action and doing something different that you haven't done before. But if you keep making decisions from a space of lack and fear and scarcity, you're only going to have more lack, fear, and scarcity. You cannot create more with less. It's impossible. Carrie says, needed this tonight. I just spent a ton today, and I've been stressing about it. Yes, Carrie, actually, I'm going to share a story with you. I actually shared this on a podcast. I recorded a podcast episode today that's releasing on Thursday, all about manifestation. And I shared a story on there, so you guys will hear it again if you have the podcast. But I was talking to Derek this morning. I think it was this morning. I can't remember if it was this. Yeah, I think it was this morning. And last weekend we went grocery shopping. And you guys, this is super transparent, real level here. We went shopping for groceries, and I'm pointing because the grocery store is that way, I'm sorry. And we needed coarse ground black pepper, okay? We need some coarse black pepper, and that shit's like $10 for some pepper. And it's one of those things where you don't have to buy it very often, but what you do, you're just like, damn it, freaking $10 for this pepper. And it was so funny because he went back to this aisle, looked at pepper maybe not 10 times, like 3 or 4 times. He picked it up, he put it back. He picked it up, he put it back. He picked it up, he put it back. He's like, I don't need the pepper. We don't need to get the pepper. That's $10 we don't need to spend. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Jesse. Hi, Quinn. And I was like, dude, buy the fucking pepper. Like, it's $10 fucking dollars. We'll be fine. Buy the pepper. And so I went, I grabbed the pepper, I put it in the cart. I was like, we need the pepper. It's fine. We're going to be okay. And then I asked him this morning, and I said, isn't it funny? I said, isn't it funny that a week ago you were stressed out about $10 pepper, but here we are. We have a roof over our head. We're okay. We're not losing anywhere. Bills are paid, and we're not living in a box. We didn't die. And he goes, you're so right. This is so weird. Like, why do I worry about this? Why do we worry about this small incremental money that is getting spent in these places? Like, we didn't lose. We're okay. There's more than $10 to go around. But in that one moment, we spend money, and then we have this moment of, well, is more money going to come back? And it's just because at a certain point in your life, you were conditioned, you experienced having money and it going away. You experienced maybe saving up a lot, and then maybe there was a situation that happened and you lost it. Or every time you've had a lot of money, you've spent it. Okay, you've spent it all. You've lived beyond your means. And that, again, it just comes down to conditioning. And in order to change how you see money and how you make money, you just have to change how you show up for it. Hi, Alicia. And so it has to start with how you, one, are feeling about money, okay? Because your feelings create thoughts, or I guess other way around. You have to change how you're thinking about money, okay? You have to think that it's abundant. You have to trust that it's coming back to you. You have to know that there is more than enough to go around, that money is just an energy. It's not something that more people can have or other people can have and you can't. You have to trust and know and decide that what you want is yours with all of you, okay? No lingering belief that it isn't. You have to know with full certainty, because then those thoughts create feelings. Okay, those feelings you're going to amplify, you're going to be excited, you're going to want to show up, you're going to have confidence, you're going to know that the things you have to offer the world are going to be impactful and sell, and that people need them. You're going to show up in a different way, okay? Your energy is going to shift, and then you're going to take different action, okay? When you have different thoughts, you have different feelings, you show up and take different action, and when you take different action, you create a different outcome. But a lot of the time, we're not changing how we're thinking about money or how we're speaking about money. And we're starting to make decisions from spaces of fear versus spaces of abundance and knowing that there's more than enough to go around. And so maybe I'm beating a dead horse right now, but this fires me up, because a lot of the time the women that are struggling with money investments coming into this program, especially when it's a money program, I know deep down what it comes down to is saying yes and starting to just shift in this one yes, how you are making, how to relieve tired after work, but I don't have a girlfriend. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyways, hello, Shaylin. Hi, Karen. And, I know that what it comes down to is just making one different decision, because that's what it took for me. Okay, took one different decision. And that's what shifted it all. If a year ago I looked at my account and I said, you know what, I can't invest $3K into this program because I have $0 right now, and I don't know how it's going to work. I can't do it. I would not be here right now. I can guarantee you that right now I would not be here. Okay, I would not be making this video. I wouldn't have had a 10K month. I wouldn't be bringing this in. It would not be happening in my business and in my life, because I would have continued to make decisions from a space of lack and scarcity and fear. And I would have only confirmed that belief over and over again that I can't have the things that I want. And so something had to shift. Something really had to change. And ultimately, you guys, when it comes down to investing, sorry, I just want to make sure, because I'm bringing up this other thing. When it comes down to investing, it's not about having the money. And I think this is where we get tripped up a lot. And I'm not saying this because I want to put people out or because I want people to struggle by any means. That's not what I'm saying, and that's not why I bring this up. But investing isn't about having the money. If you talk to any entrepreneur who has gotten into high levels and into the spaces in their business that they have, it has nothing to do with making investments and making decisions from a space that feels comfortable. It comes from making decisions from a space that is really scary, and it makes you feel stretched, and where you're sitting there feeling anxious and excited, but also not knowing how you're going to make it work. That's what makes the difference. If it's comfortable and it's safe, you don't show up the same way. It doesn't put this fire under your ass as if you need to figure out how to make it work. And maybe that's just how I operate, but I know that I also attract women similar to me. And when I did not know how I was going to make it work, I showed up for my business and for myself in a totally different way. If I had shown up and I made an investment that was comfortable, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have used it, and I wouldn't have shifted my life. Investing isn't supposed to be something that feels really easy. Investing isn't something that's supposed to feel good and comfortable. It should feel like something really hard and scary and gives you flutters in your stomach, and you're saying like, oh my God, how do I do this? How do I make this work? Am I going to be supported? Am I going to be okay? Are we going to make rent at the end of the month? And again, I'm not saying that because I want anyone to struggle, but something happens, okay? Not having the money, not knowing how you're going to make it work can be your greatest fucking superpower, because it brings out a version of you that you didn't even know existed. I thoroughly and truly believe that with all of my heart. And everybody's different. Everyone teaches something different. I would never go up to someone and say, get a credit card or take it a loan. Like, that's not my job isn't to tell you how to make it work. My job is to open space and challenge you to do something that you didn't think that you could. So I was getting on my consultations, and I was getting onto calls and working with my one-on-ones, and I was, I guess not really working with my one-on-ones because they hadn't signed on yet, but I was working in my consultations, doing my sales calls, and chatting with women in my inbox. And essentially what I had recognized was that there was a lot of women who wanted to work with me. There were a lot of women who wanted to use these fundamental teachings and implement them into their business. However, they weren't in a space where they could start working one-on-one with me. Working one-on-one with me is definitely a much higher investment. It is a high level package, and it's definitely for a specific person. However, what I did was I decided to take the fundamentals of what I teach in my one-on-one coaching. Okay, I decided to take the things at the very base of what I help all my one-on-one clients do and put it into a program that was essentially about 14 days, a training every other day. And it's open also until the 20 days total, until September 11th. And so I have the group open, so there's tons of support, there's tons of connection. You have access to me, and you also have 7 live trainings. Sorry, I got a call. These trainings will be anywhere from 60 minutes, maybe a little less, up until 90 minutes or so. And so these are jam-packed trainings, okay? There's live coaching, and there's tons and tons of value. So I took the fundamentals of what I do one-on-one and I poured it into a program. And the thing is you guys, is the price for this program is practically a joke, because it's about 10% of what it is to work with me for a month. And so it's freaking incredible. But the thing is, you guys, is I need to be real, and I don't know if I'm going to run this program again until at least 2019, just because baby's coming. We are 31 weeks today, so we are in the final 9 weeks. And so essentially, although I hope baby stays for a little longer, I don't know what could happen within the next couple months here. So I'm going to want to honor time with baby after she's born, and I'm going to want to also focus on some different projects and things that I'm launching and working on. And I launch intuitively. The things that I do in my business don't just come from a place of strategy. It also comes from a place of intuition and what I feel called to do and what I feel called to share, which is why they are effective and why they work, because I get these nudges from somewhere up above, somewhere bigger, somewhere bigger than me. And so I lean into those and I launch based on intuition. So therefore, I can't guarantee that I'm going to be running this program again this year. And so I just don't want anybody to miss out on it if this is something you feel pulled to do, but then you catch yourself saying, well, I'm going to wait until I have more time, until the time is right, until I can do that. Because you guys, there's no right time to really take control of your life, because we're not guaranteed tomorrow, right? We're not guaranteed anything. We're only guaranteed this exact moment. Hi, Christina. Hi, Jordan. Sorry, I'm just reading these comments. People like me. Okay. Hi, Brittany. So, what you're going to walk away from this program, okay? What you're going to walk away with this, or from this training, from this program, from this course with, is number one, how to make more money. Okay, I'm going to give you the strategy on how to make more money. But number two, removing what's actually keeping you from making more money. So we're working on the soul level, and I'm going to help you step into becoming this different version where you're actually becoming the woman who receives. So breaking it down a little bit deeper, just so then you guys have an idea. I'm not going to go into all of the details of what we're actually going to do in the program. However, I'm going to give you a little bit of a breakdown on what the separate days look like, just so then you can see if it's for you. So the first day, we are going to walk through fire together, okay? You're going to understand why you're not making the money that you crave. Okay, that's the first day. The second day is you're going to create a new story and a new paradigm around money. Because like I was mentioning earlier, is we all have a story about money. We all have been conditioned to use, spend, show up for money in a certain way. And that is where, this essentially got you to where you are right now, whether you have a lot of money and it always is going away, or no matter what, you cannot seem to make enough and you're always capped out. There is a story, there's a reason why we use money, and we're gonna break it down, we're gonna open it wide open, and you're gonna be able to create a new blueprint, a new paradigm, a new story around money. And this is one of the most powerful days. I know that this shifted so many women on there, how they view debt, how they use debt, how they use money, how they view money, how they spend money. I had a lot of women investing on really big levels after this training, which was really beautiful. The third day is essentially becoming the woman who receives. Okay, this is probably one of my, okay, they're all like my favorite trainings, but this one is probably one of my most favorite trainings, because this is what shifts. This is the missing link for a lot of things, is that actually receiving money comes down to also being a woman who holds herself in a certain way, believes a certain thing, and shows up in the world a certain way to receive money. Being able to receive money comes down to receiving love. It comes down to receiving pleasure. It comes down to actually receiving and being an open channel. And you have to be a certain woman in order to do that. Okay, so we're going to shift into that. We're going to elevate, we're going to expand, and you're going to step into this next level container, okay? And you're going to step in and meet this different version of you on the other side. You're going to become this courageous woman who, you guys, I'm not even going to spill the beans because it is so freaking amazing, okay? It is so freaking amazing. Okay, hold on a second. Can Okay, I had to block him. I'm sorry. I'm totally for freedom of speech, but it is just distracting. I have no idea what he's talking about. Anyways, okay. The fourth day, hi Megan, hi Stacia. Tell me how to spell your name, or say it, pronounce it. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry for that. I want to say your name right because I know it's beautiful. Anyways, the fourth day is you guys are going to claim your expertise. So this is essentially going to be so freaking amazing, whether you're in a women network marketing, or you have a coaching business, or you do something on the side, or you're doing network marketing and something else. It's solidifying your niche. It is claiming your expertise, and it's standing out in a noisy and saturated market, okay? The truth is that the online space is really noisy. It's very saturated. There are a ton of different people doing the thing that you're doing. So how are you going to stand out? Okay, and what that comes down to is standing really strong in your area of expertise. What's really important is claiming who it is that you are and who it is that you serve and what it is that you do that is so different from everybody else. And so I'm going to help you to do that in a way that actually makes sense and in a way that will actually sell. The fifth day is how to actually sell with impact and with ease. And this is important to me, especially for my network marketing babes who are tired of the old sales tactics. They're tired of cold messaging. They're unsure how to grow their networks and their markets in a way that's organic and authentic. They just don't feel good about the ways that they've been taught. They're tired of leaving it up to chance, right? Posting 3 to 5 times a day and then hoping somebody will reach out and the right lucky woman will come out of the gate and buy their product or be the woman on their team that changes everything and hits into that next level and that next rank. This, prospecting calls, all of the things. Actually, hold on a second. I'm not even kidding you guys. This is hilarious. The other day I found I found this stuff from my network marketing when I first joined the business 4 years ago, and it was I'll show you this one. So this was my power hour checklist. Okay, so I feel you guys. I understand. Okay, I lived by these things. And I lived by thinking that checking things off a list was going to equal success, that I could have this blueprint and I could do this thing that someone else told me to do, and that if I did that, it would equal the same success that they have, and that is bull fucking shit. You guys, there's no blueprint to success. I'm going to provide you with strategy. I'm going to provide you ways to actually show up authentically. However, what it takes is knowing what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and leaning into your intuition and being able to craft it around what makes sense for you in your business. 3 posts per day, adding 2 to 3 new people to my friends list, connecting and depositing to 5 people a day, sending 2 to 5 invites per day, checking in with my groups, following up with people, answering all of my messages. You guys, this fucking exhausts me looking at it. Like, to be totally real, you guys, I'm going to teach you how to do and sell and run a business that feels really good without doing all this shit that wastes time. Like, this is not increasing your business. Like, this isn't getting you anywhere. What it's doing is you're checking these things off the list, and I had to check myself really hard with this for a while, but you're checking things off the list, and that's amazing. And what it's doing is it's dinging something in your head, and you're saying, okay, I'm doing the things, I'm successful, I'm creating more success, people are coming to me, and it's dinging off your list, making you feel like you're successful. However, none of this is actually impacting or doing anything with authenticity. Okay, people don't want to be reached out to this way anymore. They don't want to be cold messaged. They don't want, because I literally had a funnel. I had a funnel through another call. Shit. I literally used Streak through Google, and I would filter people through a funnel. It was exhausting. Like, I reached out to them for the first time. I talked to them for the second time. I invited them to this. I invited them to that. I followed up. It was exhausting. And you guys, I can guarantee it never worked because it was so inauthentic and it did not come from my heart. And although I understood that someone else did that and it worked for them, it didn't work for me. And I felt like such a failure for such a long time in my business because the way that I was taught to show up wasn't working. And I thought that had to be the only way. And a big reason why I didn't branch off was because there was so much fear mongering, there was so much scare tactic, and I felt that I didn't feel it was the truth that if I looked outwards to anybody else, then I was going to get disowned by my company. I was going to get disowned by my community and by the people that I loved. And that's not what a business should be. That's not how a community should be by any means, you guys. There should not be this fear in you reaching out and looking for outside sources to grow your business, because at the end of the day, this is your business. You have to take responsibility for it. And if you're not finding the answers and the success where you're at right now, then you need to start asking questions. Otherwise, you're going to get yourself really exhausted, really burnt out, and really frustrated. And the thing is, it's nothing to do with you. It just has to do with how you're showing up and some of the things that you're doing in your business. It's not actually you, okay? I can guarantee you, if you actually end up in the right space doing the things from your heart and with authenticity, with a strategy that actually makes sense for you, you're going to see the success that you want in your business. So that's day 5. The 6th day is setting up your shop. So essentially getting really clear about your offers, creating clarity, standing really strong with confidence in what it is that you're offering the world and what you're offering to your ideal clients and your ideal babe and your ideal customers. And the last day is closing your sales like a freaking ninja, okay? That is the last day. We're getting into the space where you're going to be able to close them and feel good about them. And not just that, you guys, there's a lot of stuff that goes on the inside that you don't see here, that we're going to be diving head first into. I wish I could tell you, if you could know right now the transformation, the shifts, and the things that you're going to learn on the other side of it, you would say yes now. Okay, and that's the thing, is if you knew, I was actually talking about this on the podcast that's going to come out on Thursday as well, is a lot of the time women, they're going to go purchase something and they're like, well, I'll purchase the purse, or I'll purchase a piece of clothing, or I'll purchase this thing because I know that when I spend the money, I'm going to actually physically and tangibly walk away with an item. I'm going to walk away knowing I feel this, knowing I bought this, and seeing the result in my hands. However, when you're investing into a coach, you're investing into a program, you can't walk away tangibly with that thing in your hands knowing that you got what you wanted out of it. This is something where you have to lean into trust, you have to lean into surrender, and you have to know that if you leap and you're guided here, that it's going to be supported, it's going to amplify in all the areas of your life that you want it to. And this is a place that it's really hard for us to sink into, and it's hard for us to step into. And so because of that, it keeps us from investing in these spaces, because it's not something that you can tangibly walk away from and walk with it in your hands, seeing like, yes, I created the results, I created more money, I got all the things that I wanted. So you have to trust in this moment that even if you can't see it, that it exists, that it is there, that is meant for you. That is so critically important. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Kayla. Hi, Kat. Hi, Olivia. I'm sorry that I missed saying hello to you. Hi, Brianna. Hi, Michaela. Hi, Amy. Oh my God, I'm dealing with this. Amy says, oh my God, I'm dealing with this right now in my MLM. Yeah. And hi, Lauren. And my heart hurts for you, Amy. I really hope that, if it feels right for you, join us. Join this program so we can shift this, and I can support you, and I can guide you through this space, because I understand on a soul level where you're coming from. I walked that road for many, many years. And that's why I teach what I teach now, because there is another way, and there's a way to make money that feels really damn good. And where, yes, you're going to show up and you're going to work for it, but at the same time, it's going to feel effortless and really authentic and really amazing. And you can choose that. You can choose to step into that. But shifting into 10K months, shifting into this space, it doesn't come with doing the same thing that you've always done. It comes with making a shift in your mindset, how you show up for money, how you speak about money, and what you believe about money. So my advice to you right now is, if you are joining us in the program, maybe even if you are, I want you to sit down, okay? There's less than 22 hours left to join until we begin, and I'm closing the doors. We start tomorrow at 4 p.m. MST, 5 p.m. CST, 6 p.m. PST, I believe. Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, Dana. So we start tomorrow, okay? I'm closing the doors as soon as we start, and that is the cutoff. That is it. And in order for you to not only see the shifts in the program, but for you to be open to it, you have to be willing to say hell yes. You have to be willing to say hell yes to you. You have to start viewing and spending and looking at money differently, okay? You can't come into a money program and use the same money beliefs and tactics that you've always used so far. You can't hold on to it. You can't live in fear with it, because it's never going to shift it, okay? You can't just work harder and expect more money to show up. More money isn't coming from working harder and doing more, and that's where there's this old belief too, right? That the more we do, the more we'll make, and that's not true either. More doesn't equal more. Okay, more, you can have less equaling more. You can choose whatever story. So if you're not joining us because the door is closed, whether you are or not, I want you to sit down, and I want you to journal, and I want you to write out what you believe to be true about money. Okay, I want you actually just to open up and get really real with yourself and gut check and say, what is my story about money? How did I see money be spent and used and talked about as I grew up? How have I seen that show up in my life now? How do I use money? What is my story around money? What is my pattern with money? And allow yourself to shift and to grow and to see what you're actually conditioned to believe is true, so then you can start becoming aware of it. If you're not aware of it, you can't change it, you can't shift it. And so this is a really incredibly critical step in shifting into these 10K months or beyond. So I'm really excited because the doors are closing. Women are saving their spots. They're locking them in, and we are getting started on a really beautiful journey together. And you guys, this is total immersion. You're not just shifting through your strategy. You're shifting as a woman. You're shifting as a person. So this is inner, this is outer, and takes both, you guys. It takes both in order to make more money in your business. You cannot have one without the other. I talk with women all day long who have used the strategy and they implemented the things, they put it on the Facebook ads, they made the posts, they did the things that they were told to do, and it still didn't happen. And then I had the people who sat there and manifested all the things and journaled for days, and it still didn't happen. So what makes the difference, right? What's the difference? How can we actually step in and create more of what we want? And what it comes down to is a beautiful delicate dance of both. Okay, it's a delicate dance of the feminine, it's a delicate dance of the masculine. So it's bringing in both worlds. Okay, it is the action, it is the hustle, it's the strategy, it's the what you actually have to do and follow through in, but it's also in the energy that you have and who you are and how you're showing up and the stories that you're living by, and just how you're showing up in the world. So I'm really, really excited. It's gonna be good. Do you guys have any questions at all? Hi, Brittany. If you guys have any questions about the program, please feel free to ask. And I would be more than happy to answer them while I'm on here, or you can post them below. And if I have to catch this as a replay, or I catch this as replay, but if the video is done and you have a question and you're answering this in replay, I will come back and answer it for you. Absolutely no problem. But if you have any questions right now, please feel free to post them below and I'd be happy to answer them. Give you guys a second. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Brandy. Hi, Brooklyn. But anyways, okay. All right, on to my min. Kaylee, I love you. I am so excited. You are going to shift. It's going to be incredible. We are going to be a match made in heaven. I am so excited to serve you. Yes, yes, yes to you. I am so proud of you because, you guys, this first yes you say to you is so freaking incredible. It's so important. It's the most powerful one that you can ever give yourself. Hi, Kiki. I hope that your training today went amazing. And you fucking crushed it, because I know that you did. Kiki is one of my one-on-one clients. So I'm just giving her some love right now because she had an incredible training in another group today. So I'm so proud of her. All right. You were all in. I am excited, Kaylee. We will get you locked in. We will save your spot. We will get you in. But anyways, you guys, if you have any more questions, just feel free to let me know below. I'm happy to answer them. But other than that, if you guys want to register, if you want to save your spot, just message me for the link, and oh my god, girl, you have no idea what happened. I have no idea what happened. I have no idea what happened. Oh no. Okay. I have to go check my messages. Hi, Jilla. Hi, Brittany. So anyways, you guys, just a reminder, I don't know if I'm running this program again until 2019. I have no idea what's to come. I wing it off intuition. So if you're catching the replay, if this is the first time that you are, message me after. Okay, Kiki, I got you. Hi, Erin. If you're just jumping on right now, I urge you to go back to the beginning, maybe scroll past the first 30 seconds. But I urge you to go back to the beginning because there is some juice here. There is some amazing content. Even if this topic or this program isn't for you, there is something in here that I know that you can walk away from. And I really want to help you guys to make more money, whether you're working with me or not. It breaks my heart every time I'm walking in a supermarket or I'm in a mall or I hear somebody talking and they view money the way that they do, whether they're talking as if everything's cheap or everything's expensive, and money is so relative. We all see things so differently, and it just comes down to how we're conditioned around money, and at any point we can decide to change it. It's not always easy at the beginning, but I promise you that it's so freaking worth it and it's so freaking possible. I literally lived my whole life never making the money that I have right now. And so if I can do it, and I'm living proof of this, you guys, you totally can be too. Hi, Kyla. So anyways, you guys, I hope that you have the most incredible Tuesday. I cannot wait to welcome you in. I can't wait to transform with you. I can't wait to just soak in your energy and just get my energy behind everything you're creating and your vision and your launch and your business and just everything. I'm so freaking excited to support you and guide you and just link arms with you in this journey and be there for you the whole freaking way. So I love you so much, and if you have any more questions, post them below. Otherwise, send me a message and we will get you the link to get you signed up for the program. So I love you guys so much, and you have the most fabulous night. Bye.